Welcome to Seasonal Talk, and I'm going to be talking about some of the seasonal anime that is going on in this summer season. So, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So first up is Space Dandy. Space Dandy, I'm liking this. This new season's actually pretty darn good. The first episode of the new season, I was like, it's too funny. It was way too freaking funny. That was like, I think, the best episode so far of just Space Dandy, period, actually. That's how much I enjoyed it. So that was a really good episode. The episode after that, though, I wasn't really digging that. I was not feeling that at all. But this latest episode, episode 3, I think, is what it was, of this new season for Space Dandy. That was a good episode. That was a pretty good episode, worrying about the booty and everything like that. You gotta worship the booty. I mean, it was nice going back to school and all that, so I actually like that. So far, Space Dandy's been doing a good job, and it's still really funny, and it has this little, symbolism and all those little hints they got going on in there, so they always got that stuff happening. That's why maybe I didn't like the episode before that, because the episode, I wasn't really sure what's going on. It was just kind of odd. I just wasn't digging it, and it wasn't really all that fun to me, so I was like, nah. So I don't know, but that's Space Dandy for me. And so now we jump into Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul, so far for me, I'll say it's good. It is a good show. I heard that apparently the anime has skipped like 20 chapters of the manga. I mean, from me watching it, I never read the manga. It doesn't seem like it really sped up that quick or anything. It didn't seem apparent like they skipped something. You know what I mean? So it seemed okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't know better. I'm watching it and it's still not bad. So hey, that's Tokyo Ghoul. For me, I'm hoping to see Kanagi get beat, so I'm waiting for that to happen. I'm waiting for him to get good, because he's still kind of annoying. He falls into traps way too easily. His trap cards activated left and right, and he's just like jumping right into him every freaking time. So I don't know. Hopefully we get to see him finally just get better than this, and for him to stop being a punk. Alright, so Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun. Now this series here, I'm liking the series, but at the same time it's just like there's something with it that's not fully grabbing me yet, because it's funny. It's a funny series. It has a lot of very comedic moments, a lot of just situational humor and all that kind of stuff that goes on in there, and it's pretty funny. It's like the latest episode I saw. I mean, it was funny to me, but something was bothering me with the episode for some reason. I don't know. Maybe because the way the main character was acting. I don't really know what it was. There's something with the show that's kind of like, I can see why people probably want to jump off ship with this series, maybe. It's just like, because it has funny moments, there's just like, maybe it's the characters are just not, they're just not fully likable yet. I don't really know what it is, but I am enjoying it for the most part, and I'm looking forward to seeing what else is going to happen here, and where the series is honestly trying to go here, because, I thought it was gonna be like some kind of like romance kind of thing, because we got the main character. He's a shoujo manga artist, and he makes all these romance series. And then we got this girl in here that likes this guy that makes manga. So I was thinking it's gonna be like a romanceception kind of thing going on here, where this guy writes relationships, and so he's kind of almost having his own relationship right there with this girl and everything. I thought that was gonna be kind of like the theme and what's going on with Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun, but it's not really looking like that so far. You keep getting like a bunch of other characters come in, and this and that, the other thing, and then a lot of hilarity just comes in after that. I mean, like I said, I'm not really sure what the direction is. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. So yeah, and I bet you guys weren't expecting me to talk about this series, because my first impressions of it was like, this show ain't nothing. This show ain't nothing. And this show right here, I don't even know. I mean, let's hope that the show's gonna be good. I mean, that's all I'm saying. I was hopeful for the series to be good, and that is Zankyou no Terror in Resonance. Yeah, that series. Yeah, I'm watching that, and I will say this right now. Again, that's why I call it first impressions. My first impressions of it, I wasn't really feeling it at first, because, people seem cliche and all that other crap, but after the next 2 episodes after that, I'm good. I'm in. I'm in, people. Not to mention, it didn't help. It really didn't help when I actually listened to the whole soundtrack. It got me hyped. I don't know. The soundtrack, freaking Yoko Kano does it again. I just listened to the whole thing because it's on YouTube. Just look up Zankyou soundtrack and it's all there, and I'm just like, it's beautiful. It's just, God, this is so good. And it got me just wanting to watch more Zankyou no Terror. Not to mention the 3rd episode, that's what really got me into it, because it really had that Death Note feel to it. Now, if you know me. I love Death Note. I love me some Death Note. And so, the fact that they had that feel to it, I was like, yes, okay, we're getting somewhere here. I am just very curious to where we're trying to go with this, though, because, I mean, 12, he seems some kind of like psychopathic kind of person. This guy is like, smile in your face and be like, I will kill you. Like, he'll tell you that and smile the whole time. Like, this guy seems kind of crazy. 9, he's looking for a challenge, and that's why he's happy to see that this dude was able to figure out, his plan and everything like that. So we got this whole L and light thing going on right now. So again, it's interesting. It's very interesting. I'm very curious to see what else is going to happen here. I like just again, the animation is just freaking stunning, and some of the stuff, like, you get to learn some stuff when you're watching the series, by the way, too. You know, with the whole mythical stuff that's going on with the mystery and everything. So like I said, this show so far, it's being something right now. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of this. And seeing as I talked about Zankyou, let me now jump into the show that I said was going to be the best this season. Akame. I take back what I said, actually. This is not the best of the season so far. I was like thinking this is gonna be really, really good. It's gonna be so good that I can recommend this to like other people, like my brother and everything. He's not really a big anime fan, but he has watched Death Note. 'Cause I got him to watch Death Note, and I got him to watch Attack on Titan, and he's watched Barakamon a long time ago. So you know, he's watched some anime, and I was trying to get him to maybe watch Akame ga Kill when this is over. But so far, from the 4 episodes that came out from Akame ga Kill, I don't know if I want to recommend the series yet. I'm not saying that it's bad. It's just, it's nothing that's blown my mind. It's nothing, like, the first episode blew me away. Not to mention, it really bothered me for the fact that the second episode, when it came to the main character in there, he kind of like faltered a little bit in his decision. Like, he kind of felt bad for killing, you know? He's like, he's killing right and this and that and the other thing. Not to mention, he became somewhat cliche with the whole justice kind of complex he has going on here. You know, he's doing this for the sense of justice and this and that. I'm like, I don't know. I wanted him to be a little bit different. I'm not saying that he's bad yet. He's not that bad, actually, with his character. But it's like, he finally got, like, in the second episode, he finally got over the fact that, yeah, you know, I can kill people if the person's bad, though. But that's the thing. That's what I didn't like. It's like, he was hesitant to kill this person, but then when the dude was like, oh man, I was enjoying killing all those people. It was so good. And so that made the click happen. He's like, I gotta kill him, you know? And that's when he wanted to kill him. So it just seems like, to me, if the person really isn't all that bad, he won't do it. So, I don't know. I don't want him to be, I want him to have a conscience. I can't make him seem like, oh, we're just gonna go out there, yo, balls, kill all of a sudden. No, I don't want all that now, but I don't know. There's something about him that I'm just not liking so much so far. Not to mention, he's not as useful because he can't really do too much because he don't have the weapons, which is the other thing which kind of interesting. Me found out was the Imperial weapons in there, the Imperial arms. So that's like a little thing here, but he don't have one yet until, I guess, now, because like next episode from we saw, next episode previews, this dude's gonna have that freaking magical eye thing that's freaking broken. I mean, it looks like it anyway, so we'll see how that's gonna go for him. But yeah, so overall, like, the first episode was freaking boss. Second episode, I was like, okay. Third episode, I didn't really like the episode because I don't like that stereotypical yandere girl. Like, that girl is so yandere. Like, she's, like, I've seen so many characters like her. It's not even funny. Like, there's literally nothing different from her character, and it bothers the crap out of me because I'm just like, what the heck? Like, you just took this character from somewhere else and just put him in the show. So I don't know. I don't really dig her character. So that third episode really kind of bothered me a little bit. And the fourth episode, that was a good episode. The dude was a beast. The thing is, the executioner I released, yeah, I remember his name. That guy was kind of nice. And the whole thing with Akame killing him so he can stop hearing all that madness in his head, that was actually kind of nice. Kind of like silenced him. And sometimes you gotta kill to help people. Sometimes maybe. See, that's kind of like the moral of the story here. So I mean, I don't know. It's pretty interesting so far. So I do like Akame ga Kill. But I don't know, maybe I overhyped it a little bit, so I'm sorry, people. Alright, so the next series I'm talking about is Barakamon. Now this right here, this I really enjoyed. This is actually my favorite show out of the season. Yes, this right here, this slice of life. Honestly, I really needed this. The reason why I needed this because I'm a slice of life man. I love slice of life anime. And I don't know, I was just getting so frustrated with all these cliches and just all the shonen tropes and all this other stuff. I don't know, shonen itself is I'm just starting to like fade away from it a little bit because it's just every show is kind of similar in the fashion because they had like similar tropes that they always do, and it's kind of annoying. And I wanted something different. So it's just nice to have a slice of life in here, and as good as this. This is a fine example of what a good slice of life series is so far. From the I think it's the 3 episodes. Or the 4. The whole point is, I saw all the episodes so far, and all of them are really good. There's like little life lessons in there for the main character to grow, and he's growing as time goes on. That little girl is freaking adorable. I love that girl. She's too much. She's just too much. I love her. I love the characters. This animation's nice. I'm just loving how the story is evolving. I love these kind of series. This is like a perfect example of like a starter slice of life series for someone to jump into. This is a good series. So I mean, if you haven't watched Barakamon yet and you're curious of wanting to watch some kind of slice of life, I recommend that series to actually you guys watch it, because that series is pretty good to me. I mean, I like it. I like it a lot. And the last thing I want to talk about is Aldnoah.Zero. Aldnoah.Zero. This is a close first, but I had to put that second because, I mean, Barakamon, that's a personal favorite for mine. But Aldnoah.Zero, I will say, out of the season, this actually is probably the best out of the season. This has yet to falter. There's been 4 episodes. The first episode got me interested because the main character didn't react at all at that incoming missile strike that was happening. Like, this whole freaking thing about to explode, and he's just sitting there like, oh, look at that missile. I'm like, what's wrong with this guy? And then boom, explosion, the freaking princess got killed, supposedly, and everything. And then the thing is, it's like, oh, he thought it was the, people on Earth that did that. No! It was people on the Mars because they didn't want to have a war. They just want to fight. I was like, oh, snap, son. And then things got hype. I was so hyped in the second episode. I was like, how you supposed to stop this? How are you supposed to stop this? You think everybody died? Everybody died. I was like, god dang. And when the dude was trying to run away, he was all grabbing on to the main character's arm. He's like, help me. He's all flying away. Boom. He's dead too. I was like, everybody dying. Everybody getting murdered. I was like, this crap is getting ridiculous. And that soundtrack ain't helping nothing. Because that dude, the person that made the soundtrack is the same dude that made the Attack on Titan soundtrack. And he just, this is so good. It's so good. In the 3rd episode, I thought it was going to be some freaking bullcrap cliche stuff that all of a sudden, like, the main character finds a random mech somewhere. That mech is like the only mech that can fight all other mechs in Mars. I'm like, no. Please don't do something stupid like that. No, it didn't. This dude, so smart. He's intelligent. The guy that has no emotions, the main character. This dude is intelligent. He knows how to plan. He's not a weak person. He figures out what he has to do and perfects that crap instantly. I'm like, that's my boy. That's how you do it. It just, I love that. They figure out a way because the dude that they're fighting off against, he had like a massive shield. You couldn't really hurt him or anything, but his feet are the only thing that was like touching something. So of course the shield isn't on his feet. So he had to find a way to stop him and knock him down, and then go up in there and try to kill him and everything. It was like the way they did that. It's the way they went about actually going against that mech and that Mars machine. That was good. I love that. I was like, that's how you do it. I don't know. That was a good strategy. I like the fact there's a lot of strategy going on here, trying to fight off against these overpowered machines, because they can't fight these things like that. But they have to be smart to try to do this. And this kid knows what he's doing. And like it's a good example is in the next episode, the latest episode we've seen. This kid actually had another strategy, facing off against a samurai dude, just knocking everybody down. He doesn't have a shield, but he has a sword that's all boom, 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 knocking everything away. So he had to figure out how to get past all that, and he was using different rounds. Like, he was so calm the whole entire time. Like, he doesn't break under pressure. I don't know what it is with this guy, but I like him. I don't know. Even though he's dry, he's interesting. He's very interesting. Well, I wonder why he's like that, actually. I would like to know. So, I don't know. This series is something else. I love it a lot. If you haven't watched this, you should check it out. And this is coming from a person that doesn't normally watch mech series. So this is doing something right now, alright? I mean, I've seen some mech series like Code Geass, Eureka 7, I think Gundam 00. You know, I've seen some mech series before and everything like that. It's not like I won't watch some mechs, but I don't know. I usually shy away from some of them sometimes. So, you know, because some of them just be so cliche or it's just boring and I just can't do it. Like, I can't watch all the Gundams because some of the Gundams I just don't really like that much. But I digress. Aldnoah.Zero is that show right now for this season. And if you guys ain't watching that, y'all should be watching it. So, yes, I am done. This is Seasonal Talk. I'll have another video next week talking about some of the series that I'm watching. So I'm still watching some other stuff, like I'm watching some of the sports animes that's still going on right now. I might talk about that next week. And of course, some of the series I already talked about. I'm also watching like Rail Wars and what else? There's some other show. I can't remember the name at the moment, but there's other shows going on right now. I mean, I'm watching a lot of crap, but nonetheless, yeah. Leave your comments below and tell me what you think of these series that I've been talking about. What's your guys' thoughts on it? What are you guys still following? What do you guys dropped? What do y'all give me your thoughts? Let's talk, people. So yeah, this is Seasonal Talk. This is the Thabreakmaster. And until then, people, break out.